It's time for Everything Noob, your source for all things gaming.
The Steam Summer Sale, right around the corner, and we have a list of games we cannot wait to hopefully end up going on sale. I know I, for one, want Skyrim on my PC.
Are you going to get any DLC for it?
Not right away.
I got a dog.
You got a dog DLC for Skyrim, or...
I don't know. It was like a subscription on Steam. Something, and it says I'm going to get a dog in my game, so we'll see.
Which game?
Skyrim.
You have it?
Yeah, I have Skyrim.
I didn't know he had Skyrim.
Yeah.
Lito has tons of games that he just doesn't tell anybody about.
Yeah. So, Skyrim.
Huh.
That's a good game to have.
Well, I have it on Xbox.
If you don't have it, you should be getting it, because I can't imagine it's not going to go on sale.
I would hope so. They recently lowered the price on Skyrim from $50 or $60 to $30, but then they released that Legendary Edition with all the DLC, and that's $60 again. So if the Legendary Edition goes on sale, that's one I might get.
So you will get the DLC.
If I would have waited, then I would have been able to get that good deal. Unfortunately, I didn't. I got it when it came out, and it was $60. So
I do not regret buying it day one.
It's still worth it. It's still worth it. Yes.
I'm not saying it's not worth it, and I would pay $60, but I already own it.
Yeah,
so that's my
you're
problem.
wanting it on PC now, though.
Yeah. So, and there's no easy way to get it from my Xbox to like stream it or record it, which is why I want it, because I do so much with recording games. I thought, oh, this will be an awesome game that I hope goes on sale.
Right.
And we'll see what happens. Why isn't the Steam Summer Sale here yet?
I think it comes a little later. I'm pretty sure in
It's
a week or
after
two.
the 4th, I think. It's
Yeah,
like the 4th is the kickoff for it, I think.
That's what I thought.
I thought it'd be on like the first day of summer.
No, it's never the first day of summer. It's like Christmas in July, basically.
Oh.
For real.
So you think before the next podcast, it'll be on sale?
I'm not going to guarantee that, but I think it's going to be in the next week or two, definitely.
It may be one of those games because, just because.
I'm looking for Resident Evil 6 to go on sale.
Resident Evil 6?
Yeah.
But it's still kind of new, isn't it? Or
Wait, that's not going to stop it from going on sale. Like, Borderlands 2 went on sale for the winter sale, and it was brand new.
True story.
Was it? Okay. That's good. Well, then that's good. That's a good thing. I myself, Dead Island was on sale not too long ago for, what, $7.99 or some
The original Dead Island?
And, and I thought, okay, for some reason I looked at the date wrong, and I was waiting for my check, and I was going to go ahead and get it then. Well, the day that I got my check, got everything ready, went on Steam, and the sale was over.
Oh.
That sucks.
$19.99 again. So I'm hoping that goes on sale for the summer, as well as Assassin's Creed 3.
Do you want me to play with you when you get that?
Sure. It looks like an awesome game.
Oh, it's so fun multiplayer.
And then there's another game that's by Treon, who's the makers of Rift. If anybody's ever heard of Rift, it's an MMO. It's called Defiance, and I guess it's a takeoff on a sci-fi show on TV called Defiance. And so what they do is every time there's new episodes or new seasons, they update the game to those seasons. So that it's an MMO, but it's like based in the future. It looks really cool. I'm looking forward to checking it out. It's kind of like a Borderlands 2, but think of it as a massively multiplayer. So you've got, there could be hundreds of people around you at any given moment, and they got quests and things like that. But what's so cool is they got these dynamic events, just like Rift. So at any moment, something could happen, and you have to go over and
like Guild Wars.
Take care of it.
Guild Wars 2.
Yeah, Guild Wars 2 had something similar to that, I guess, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
But
those got repetitive.
It's by
though.
the same people that made Rift. And then Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider.
I want Tomb Raider.
I mean, they're good games, but it's just kind of like, huh.
And then I know
I was a Tomb Raider fan.
I know Jemmy's going to be kind of like, no, BioShock Infinite.
Oh.
No, it's a good game. It's
Is
a
it?
good game. But I regret buying it day one at full price because it wasn't worth the price. But
See,
it is worth a playthrough.
A lot of people didn't like the game Duke Nukem, the new Duke Nukem one.
Oh, yeah. People did not like that. It
I
didn't go over well at
myself
all.
loved it. I thought it was great. And I'm kind of stuck on this boss, but it's a great game. I like it. So a lot of people kind of are iffy about BioShock Infinite. I don't know. I think that I'll probably like it.
I'm sure that one will go on sale for you. I can't imagine it wouldn't.
Well, the other game I'm sitting there also waiting for, and this is kind of weird because I hear it's a fantastic game. I haven't heard one bad thing about it. XCOM, Enemy Unknown.
Yeah, I keep seeing that come up.
I want that to go on sale because I don't know anything about it, and even though I've been told it's a great game, I don't want to pay $40 for it because I don't know what it is. Have you ever felt like that? You don't want to pay all this money for something you don't know. You know, you don't know if people's
I usually
word
search
is...
YouTube. I usually search YouTube for gameplay videos just to check it out. I've never really been disappointed when I've done
I usually hit
that.
up the wiki, personally.
I like to actually see gameplay footage, though.
I don't like spoilers, though. That's why I can't do that. Because I'll get spoilers.
I'll
Unless
get
it's like a game review video, then maybe it's okay.
I'll get hooked on whatever I'm watching, and then I could end up seeing all these spoilers, and that's always not fun.
No, that's true. But it depends on the kind of game too. I mean, if it's a storytelling game, then obviously you don't want any spoilers.
But he doesn't know anything, so how does he know?
True. So that will be something that you'll probably...
Spoilers are a very real possibility here.
Trailers don't help, and I feel like sometimes the trailers are kind of like they really push to sell, and so the trailers are over the top. A lot of times the trailers aren't gameplay; they're just animated movies.
Yeah, they're like movies about the game's story, and they also.
And then when you get the game, it's nothing like that, and you're like, "What the hell?" So
I don't like trailers in general.
Trailers.
Honestly, movie trailers upset me because for example, the new Wolverine movie, that trailer gives away so much of the plot that I don't know if the movie's worth seeing in theaters. Because of
every
so much...
summer comedy trailer, all jokes in the trailer.
Yeah,
movie.
That always sucks.
Yeah, all the greatest, funniest jokes are in the trailer, and then when you watch it, there's nothing good about the movie.
I wasted my money.
As far as trailers go, less is more.
With games, though, when it comes to games, when I watch a trailer, I go, no, I don't want to watch this. I want to watch gameplay because the trailers sometimes show this awesome 3D adventure game, and then if you were to go by the trailer and buy it, and then you find out it's like a side scroller or something like that, you're going, what? This doesn't look anything like it.
I like when they have a mix of they have the 3D story going on, and then they mix it up by showing little flashes of the gameplay itself, and then you'll see the guy running with a gun and shooting stuff, and then you get an idea of both what the story is about and what you know what I mean.
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
I'm looking forward to Halo.
Halo? I'm not gonna even think about Halo.
They have wonderful live trailers.
They do have really good trailers. No, I'm just Halo is no longer part of my vocabulary.
Oh,
it's not because I'm giving up on it because of the Xbox, not because of Halo. Just because of the Xbox One, I don't want that.
They've already betrayed my trust. I will not go there.
Yeah, no. even if all those things didn't come up, I still wouldn't buy one because it's so friggin' expensive.
Yeah, that's true. That price tag kind of is a turn away.
Huge turn away. Yeah, so Halo is not a game I'm going to be investing in any longer, and I don't think it's a big loss, honestly.
Bungie's making a new game,
and
it's going to be on PlayStation 4, so
and PC.
And PC? Oh.
Yeah. Destiny.
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, that looks good.
It does look really pretty. I love the lighting effects in that.
Yeah, I'm very excited for that game because that's going to fill a lot of people's Halo passion. And I like how
That
they're putting
void
it,
in my heart.
they're going straight to PC with it, so there's no, Halo 1, they didn't want it on PC, and they were forced to do it for whatever reason.
Right, yeah, I remember that.
Now they're just like, let's just do it. Let's just go for all the big consoles and PC. So, yeah, 3 platforms, that's my game right there. My next Halo fix is going to be that. And because it's by Bungie, and they anticipate people making videos like they did with Halo, they might build in theater stuff. Which would be amazing.
That'd be so fun.
That would be fun. I would hope they do that because people like the guys over at Red vs. Blue would have a field day with that.
Oh, yeah, they would.
I would love to see that. I don't know what they would do because I don't know too much about. They've been keeping a lot secret about that game, so it's been really hard to know what exactly you're going to get into. But I don't know. There's some stuff there, and it looks really cool.
Yeah.
It does, from what I've seen so far, it does look a lot like a better Halo.
In Russia.
In Russia.
In Russia.
Why? Why did you pick Russia?
Why not?
There are a few titles that are similar to Halo on the PC that isn't. It's called something Fall, isn't it?
Titanfall?
I think it's Titanfall. Is that the one?
That's the new one that's coming out on Xbox that people were pooping themselves about.
Oh.
Wasn't that the Mac one?
Yeah, that one's like, it's a mix of, that one looks really cool, but again, it's probably going to be, I think it's an Xbox exclusive. I could be wrong about that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
And I would love a game like that because I used to love MechWarrior, like when I was a kid. For PC, it was so cool because you're inside the mech. I don't know, it was awesome. But this is a mix of that, and then you can jump out of the mech and do field combat as well. And I just think that's really cool. But
if you're into mechs,
yeah, I know for some reason you hate mechs.
I don't know. I can't get pumped about mechs. It's just like boring for me. Who cares if I've got all these rockets and laser beams and like can stomp an elephant? Like,
I love mechs. The ones in Halo 4 weren't that bad. They were small. These are like triple, quadruple the size of them. They're huge. The ones in Halo 4 were really like, they were small. The character could just climb up in there and jump in, and walk away. These it's a fall if you just like jump out of it. Ah! It looked like a cool game, but again, no Xbox for me.
Yeah,
but
I'm kind of.
What do you guys?
What? I am getting an Xbox 360 for free.
For free?
For free?
Yep.
How are you doing that?
Well, my boss's daughters are grown up. One went to college, the other one's out of high school, and they had an Xbox 360, and they don't want it anymore, so he's going to give it to me.
Oh, that's nice of him.
With some games now. I'm sure there are going to be a few girly games in there, but
you can trade
it's an
them.
Xbox 360. I can go and get some games now, So I'm happy about that.
Wow.
This is fun.
Yeah.
Maybe they have some good ones. You never know. I don't buy girly games, so...
It's possible, yeah.
I'm always shocked by when it's like girls that own a game console. I'm always kind of shocked to see their game collection. Like, wow,
it's the manliest
awesome.
manly things ever.
These are awesome games. One game I keep hearing about that people keep bringing up to me. At least they did for a while, and then I heard the name. I think it was one of you guys who might have said it to me. Viva Pinata.
Oh, that cute game.
What is that game about?
I don't really know. I've never played it, but every time I see ads for it, it makes me laugh because it's so colorful and cute.
People love that game. Oh, I know what it was. I was trying to convince good old Lito over here to get Animal Crossing DS because I'm addicted right now. And he's like, I wish there was a game like that for PC or something. And he looked, and that game popped up on the list. Like, how is Viva Pinata like anything like Animal Crossing? But I guess there's pinatas and
there was a few of them.
That's weird. I mean...
Anyway, yeah, there are games that are supposedly similar, but I like the idea in Animal Crossing that time continues on. Like, no matter if you shut the game off, you put it aside, it doesn't matter. The time is still going. So you could log on and something could be happening, or time had progressed, if you got a farm, it's grown, or whatever.
Yeah.
I like the idea, that aspect of it.
Oh, it's cool. Right now it's 10 o'clock for me, and that means it's 10 o'clock in the game. And if I turn it on, stores might not be open because it's late. Characters will be asleep.
Can you break into the stores and steal stuff?
I wish.
Like a rogue in the night?
That'd be awesome. They need...
Well, then why are you playing this game? If I can't steal, why would I play this game?
Oh my gosh. I was talking to it was Frodo the other night. I was telling him about the game Animal Crossing, and he went and looked on Amazon and found a review for it. And one person gave it a 1-star review, and he went and read it, and this person gave it this scathing review, and it was about the funniest thing I've ever read. Because they said, when I got this game, naturally, I thought, oh, cool, I can go around killing animals. But the only thing near a weapon I found is an axe. And when I attempt to chop the animals with it, it just bounces off them as if nothing happens, or I start a conversation with them. The only thing you can use the axe for is to cut down trees. And he goes on and on and on to say all these really super ridiculous things about a game that's obviously made for children. It's rated E. There's no violence. And you can't tell if he's really pissed or he's just being a troll. But it was hilarious.
Sounds pretty trolly to me.
I think it was. But yeah, oh my gosh. So yeah, Animal Crossing is this game where you're just this guy in a village among animals, and there's no way to explain it and sell anyone on it, really. You have to just show them a trailer. Go look up the game for yourself, because it sounds so stupid on paper. I didn't understand the addiction.
Micromanage a town.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is. Micromanage your own town.
It sounds fun, and I want to try it.
Yeah, you have a little debt to pay off. You get this house, and then you pay off the debt, and every time you do, the guy you pay the debt to is like, hey, let's expand your house. And whether you like it or not, you expand your house, and then you have a bigger debt to pay off. And eventually you end up with this massive house, all these rooms, and part of the draw to the game is there's so many different objects and items and furniture sets that you decorate all the rooms however you want. There's a bunch of Nintendo-themed objects, because it is a Nintendo game. So you can get all these cool Nintendo things that, it just, I don't know, it's just one of those really chill games. You just sit there and play it, and the friend aspect, having friends to play it with, is really fun.
Sounds like Farmville for DS.
It does sound like that, except it's a real game. That's the difference.
And it's just really interesting that it's in a handheld device that you can carry with you anywhere.
Yeah. Oh, and
and at any moment you can just log on and you can play with friends that might be there, and it's just that is so neat. I mean, you got your phone and all that stuff, but that's specifically made for games, so you're not going to get the freezing up, and you're not going to get all the
I have a 3DS XL,
stuff.
And for those of you who can't see, it's huge. I'll show you on camera though here. Look how big it is compared to my hand. The screen. I can fit my entire iPhone in the screen of this thing. It's bigger than my iPhone screen, and I get that whole thing to play the game on it. And the graphics are really nice.
And you can watch Netflix on there, right?
Oh yeah, there's Netflix apps. There's all kinds of apps for it. There's web browser, and
that's screaming on a plane.
Basically, yeah, it has all the functionality of a regular game system these days. Which I didn't know that when I got it, so that's why I'm so surprised, because I thought it was literally a DS that had nicer graphics and a 3D function. I didn't know it had all these online capabilities and it tried to treat itself as if it was a phone without the phone kind of thing. Because phones.
So yours is an upgraded version, right?
Yeah, mine's the XL, and they make the same one but with a smaller screen and a little bit cheaper.
Well, fine. Get one that's going to be an XL.
Obviously, I want the bigger screen, but it doesn't fit in your pocket as well. What's funny is it also has a pedometer in it. You're going to be walking with it in your pocket. But the game, just like the Wii, you know how the Wii tries to encourage you to exercise?
Yeah.
The system does that by offering games that have play coins. And to get these play coins, you need to, every 100 steps you take with this in your pocket while it's on in standby mode, it counts your steps. Every 100 steps, it gives you a coin. And you can get 10 of these a day total. It'll keep counting your steps after that. But it wants you to put it in your pocket and walk around with it. And then, so Animal Crossing took that, and they give you these fortune cookies, and that's how you get the Nintendo items. So every day a new fortune cookie will be in the store. You eat it, and a little ticket comes out. But to buy it, you need 2 play coins. So every day now, I'm running around my house just doing stuff.
Do you not walk enough to just get it?
No,
Wow.
I'm always I walk, but I'm always at work or something. I don't bring it with me. It's huge.
Oh,
You know,
yeah,
so,
I guess you can't just be slipping that in your pocket at work.
yeah.
People might think you're happy to see them.
They already know
At
I'm
least
happy
it's
to see them.
doesn't have like colorful mushrooms or something on the cover, you know.
No, yeah. I lucked out. This thing was used, and it's in perfect condition because a guy had one for his wife, and he had his own, and she never used it, so he just traded in hers, like right after they bought it. So it doesn't have a scratch on it. It's awesome.
I wonder if I can get one of those at GameStop.
GameStop, I called them, and they had one used. They wanted $190 for a used 3DS XL,
Ugh.
Whoa,
and that's
good.
$200 retail. So
Oh, it's too.
No.
yeah, $10 off
No,
for a used
that's an awful
system.
price.
Oh,
Thank you.
Yeah, that is.
So I went to the local game store here, and they gave me a screaming deal. It was $160, and I traded in my old DS Lite with some games, knocked it down to $100, and then I bought Animal Crossing, so it was $140 all said and done. So I think that was
Might as well
Wow.
take your chances on Craigslist.
exactly. Why the hell would you pay $10 less for anything that's new? Like, I just didn't get it at all. And they told me, like, you called at the perfect time because we knew we were getting it, but we didn't have it in the store yet, and it would have gone off the shelf immediately. So I managed to get them to hold it for me. So
Cool.
yeah, I
So
really,
now
really
support
lucked out.
for this unit. You know, are you logged into like a Nintendo account?
No, I didn't. Well, no, I don't have an account with Nintendo. They do give you friend codes, and that's how you keep people from connecting to you randomly. Like, that's their system for. But you don't have to make an account. And my credit
Well, because
card.
the reason why I say is like, say, 5 years from now, would the Nintendo DS still be operable, and would you be able to access, you know, the
That's-
functionality with it?
That's a good question. Kind of like what Microsoft is talking about with Xbox Live in the future with the old consoles. Because no one knows what the hell's going to happen when they
Yeah,
make the
what's
switch.
going to happen?
I think they're going to cut us all off.
Yeah, I
mean,
think
look at
5 years from now, yeah, there won't be Xbox 360 Live.
no, I
But
don't think so either.
But maybe they'll do the same thing. I mean, it all depends. There's no account, though. There is... So I bought a game, put my credit card in and everything, bought a game, and it's saved on my SD card, which I can remove and replace if I want to. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And I mean, you can take that, and let's say I wanted to sell the system, I could take all the info off the SD card and put it on my computer, and I'll have it. I don't know what I can do with it once it's on my computer, but it's there. So you kind of it's one way to keep the game. Just like I can pull the Animal Crossing cartridge out, and now I have it. I can't play it if I don't have the system. So it's the same concept.
Yeah.
And I like that better than buying games on an iPhone. Let's say there's no SD card in an iPhone, and then it's tied to your account, but
That's what I like about Steam, is the fact that I have all these games. About 50%, maybe 75% of the games that I own are Steam-only games that I don't have hard copies of.
yeah.
But I can go, if say like my computer just takes a dump right now, I can get a new computer, log into Steam, and download those games again, and be able to play, no problem. I don't have to, worry about that.
Well, Nintendo's always
I'm sorry. I'm just imagining your laptop just like straddled over a toilet.
Why did you go
Yeah.
there?
Because he said take a dump.
Oh
I'm
my
sorry.
gosh. You're
Oh.
weird.
I took it literally.
You did. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Literally, holy crap. No,
But yeah,
Nintendo-
so I mean, it's cool to be able to feel secure with your games, like you said, when you're on a system and you got to download something, and you download it to your system, and say the hard drive fails or whatever, and you don't have an account really with it, you lost it. It's
Yeah.
gone.
that is
So
one.
to be able to
They can email
put
you
it on,
receipts,
yeah,
and I had them do that. I had them email me a receipt. But it doesn't make you
That's good.
make an account, which, yeah, I guess that is one thing that you don't have going for you. So if your system gets stolen, you're kind of SOL, unless you have the receipt. Hey, my system got stolen. Here's the receipt. Can I please have this game on my new system? Maybe they'll give it to you, hopefully. I would hope.
yeah.
But in real life, if your game gets stolen and you don't have proof of purchase, you don't get it back either. So you know, if you have a cartridge and it gets stolen.
Yeah, that's true. If it gets stolen, what are you going to do? But of course,
Reel it
nowadays,
back? That's what you do.
well,
Huh?
nowadays when you buy a game, you're actually buying the license to play the game.
Ugh.
So if I was to, you know, give one of these games to a friend and they had a license key for it, they can just install it and enter their license key and it'll work.
That's
So-
not cool.
So if you do lose the cartridge, it really doesn't matter because, you know, it's licensed to you. They can't just install that and put that license key that's in the box on their system without, you know, especially if I have it installed here.
Yeah. Well,
And I can report it stolen and they can completely give you a new key. No problem, I would imagine.
yeah, your laptop gets stolen, just log into your Steam account. You know. So, yeah, I don't have that fail-safe, but Nintendo, what I do like is they're always really good about backwards compatibility on all the systems I've ever gotten from them since they started with the GameCube and onward. Like, when they started to put CDs on their game consoles, they started to say, hey, you know, now with the Wii, you can play your GameCube games on it, and we're going to have a shop open so you can buy old games, and they're pretty cheap. And then with the Wii U, you can play your Wii games on it, and then they still, again, have a shop. With this, I can play regular DS games on it as well as 3DS games. No longer does it have a Game Boy Advance port on it, which is okay because
That stopped for a while ago, though.
they have a store built
Yeah.
into the system with a ton of old games. And we're talking like old Nintendo titles too, not just DS titles or Game Boy titles.
And probably reformatted or whatever for the better graphics and
Yeah,
stuff.
they're remaking
the
a lot of
DS.
N64 games. Like they have Ocarina of Time 3D now.
Oh,
Ooh.
do they?
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh,
I know.
I want it.
I know. It's awesome. They're doing a lot, and they really realize that their old Nintendo 64 games still get people. They're still in demand. But
Wait, I still have my 64. I could just play that.
well, you
without the
can,
DS.
but
I can't go on the go.
Yeah, you can't go on the go. The one benefit to reformatting an old game like that is it's going to fit your screen. And it's going to look nice.
Yeah.
That I like because you can't. I plug in my N64 to this nicer TV now, and it's going to look like garbage. I got to find an old TV if I want it to look nice.
Oh yeah,
So
that's true.
It's kind of nice to have something upconverted, and I feel like, you know, I would rebuy a game if it was cheap and it was upconverted. I don't mind doing that. I think that's cool. It's a good way to do it. So I don't know. It's cool that the 3DS and Nintendo have normally been really good. My point was that if I take Mario Kart 7 was the game I bought on my 3DS. If a new version of the DS comes out or a new handheld comes out, they'll probably somehow support the old DS games.
Yeah.
If it's still dual screen. I heard a rumor that they're either taking away in the next handheld, they're taking away 3D or they're taking away dual screen, one or the other.
I heard it was the 3D.
3D. Yeah, the 3D,
Yeah.
I've been knocking it a lot, but after really playing with it, I kind of see it's cool. It's a novelty. I definitely don't use it all the time because it does start
Yeah.
to hurt my eyes still. But I managed to sit down and hold it the right way, and it's kind of cool. I'll admit, yeah, it is. You don't need glasses to see it, but I realize the glasses might be better because if you move even a little bit, you can't. And I'm playing Mario Kart with it. I'm like, this looks nice, but I have this habit of turning a little bit when I'm playing. So I'm like,
no,
sitting
you're
there.
one of those guys.
I didn't think I was, but I guess playing on the Wii so much
Get way too into
made
it.
me think I could move. You know, because I'm holding the joystick and I'm like, oh, turn left, and, you know, and
Yeah.
Do you push your foot to pump the imaginary brake?
no, that would be that's too much energy. I'm a gamer. What do I look like?
Yeah.
I ain't pumping my legs.
No,
when I play
backwards
games.
compatibility is kind of important. I mean, I was thinking the other day, what if Windows did that? Every time they came out with a new Windows, all software that was compatible with the Windows
Well, they
before
try.
it didn't work. Oh, that would be
Oh,
awful.
I see what you're saying. If they didn't, yeah, Windows, most of it is backwards compatible. But like you were saying right before the show, you got a game that's
Vista?
super old. What do you mean?
Windows Vista pretty much like eclipsed or
Yeah, Vista.
sunsetted a lot of software.
Yeah, Vista was a poor example, but since then, they've added all the compatibility into Windows 7 and so on and so forth.
Yeah, because that would be awful if they, like, people with Microsoft Office or something like that, they would literally have to buy a whole new Office suite for their new say Windows 8 did that. All the software that you had previously didn't work in it. That would be awful.
Yeah. No, I'm just glad that Vista people got their crap together and said, "Hey, this thing sucks. Please give us something better." Because it was forced. You were forced to get it if you got a new computer. Like, it was just on there, and you were like, "Crap! Now I have this."
Well, a lot of people were assuming that Windows 7 may have been what Vista was supposed to be.
Yeah, it was, really.
And what they did is they rushed out Vista. They rushed it out because of, I guess, the OS for the Mac was coming out, and so they were kind of competing, and so they just kind of rushed it out. And they really
remember that
with
quote. I remember someone saying, "This is what we wanted Vista to be, but we fell short."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that makes sense to me.
Now they got Windows 8, which is the other Vista.
Well, sort of, except it works. It's just for tablets.
8.1 is rolling out, and that's supposed to fix some of the problems with 8 that people hate.
8.1 brought back the start button. But the start button doesn't serve the same purpose as our start button does on 7 still. So I think it's still just their way of saying, look, you're going to have to get used to this new thing. Or GTFO.
Because I'm not buying it.
Exactly, I'm not getting it. And yeah, no matter what they do, they're not Windows 8. Unless they stop defaulting it, it should really default in one of two ways. If you get a tablet or a touch screen laptop, it should default to the new style with tiles on it. Great.
Yeah.
If you get a computer that doesn't have a touch screen, though, you should be defaulted to what it looks like now on Windows 7. That's what it should be.
Well, that's one of the things they are fixing.
Yes, now you can set it, but I'm saying they should have thought of that. It shouldn't be force everyone to use the stupid tiling thing because your artist works super hard.
They want you to do that, though, because that's their new layout. That's their new brainchild.
I don't care. It doesn't work for non-touchscreen things. I'm sorry.
I agree.
Yeah, we all agree on that. And it's stupid.
My computer's not a phone.
Yeah, exactly. I don't need a touchscreen monitor. I'm not going to get one to accommodate your stupid tiling thing. And it's ugly, okay? The new logo is ugly, and just like iOS 7, like, everything's flat. I don't know what's this trend with everything being so flat now?
Yeah, it's weird.
We've come so far.
Colors?
We've come so far in digital art. Why are we making these plain old colors, flat buttons, boring crap?
Because we've done like gel buttons and shiny buttons and 3D buttons for so long. It's like, where are we gonna go from that?
I don't know. Make them more crystallized, and
more crystallized.
Make them look more
I like
futuristic.
The little rounded corners in my windows.
Prisms.
Yeah. I don't like sharp edges on my Windows. It looked nice, and now they're going backwards for some reason. And
I know.
That's just my pet peeve. Like, I feel like you have this awesome looking like art on your computers now with all this depth. Like, my phone has all this depth to it. All the apps have like all these different colors and stuff. And now they're going to plain Jane. Okay, well, this app is red, and it's just a solid color with no shading on it whatsoever, and it doesn't look like it's popping off the screen. It just looks like it's a part of the screen, and I don't like that.
Yeah, that's true. That's terrible.
I think my biggest problem with it is not that it's flat, it's that it's like a rainbow, and like there are pukey rainbow colors.
Yeah, they give you this awful rainbow of flat colors.
Yeah.
Like, all the rejected colors of the rainbow are sitting on your desktop now.
Pretty much, yeah.
Rainbow's like, get the hell out of here.
Oh. And I like unemployment line for attractive colors.
I like my arrow,
Get in the truck. Come with me.
Pretty much.
Okay, Bill Gates.
Come on. We got something for you.
I was thinking, you watch some of these newer movies and these sci-fi movies, and they show, like the newer style of computer would be like a piece of glass with everything like see-through, right?
Yeah.
And so when Windows 7 came out, it had the arrow and it was clear and all that stuff. It looked like they were taking a step in that direction to eventually having something like that. And if I remember correctly, they've tried that. I think something was similar to that came out that kind of flopped, but
now
where
the
it was like
Google
see-through.
Glass has that kind of thing going on.
Yeah,
But it's
and
tiny, so it's probably really
with
manageable.
Windows 8, how are you going to do that with Windows 8?
No, yeah, you have to have your background, and I don't know. It's just I don't want to talk about Windows 8. It's stupid. It's a stupid thing that stupid people
somebody's
get.
getting
Let's talk about
Hey.
Windows 9.
Windows
No, I was kidding.
Windows 9 is their big oopsie. 8.1 is kind of
No,
like
no,
oopsie.
no. By trend, Windows 9 should be pretty baller.
Well,
Maybe
no,
they're
that's what
gonna
I'm
do what
saying.
Notch does and
Their
just
Windows
offer
7 was their
snapshots.
oopsie. Like, whoops, we're sorry. Here's Windows 7.
They're going to do what Minecraft does and just offer snapshots
Oh my
for the
gosh.
Windows.
Real quick, I want to go back to Steam. What do you guys think of these trading cards? It seems like they finally rolled them out. They're still in beta, I think, but they're starting to pop up on my inventory. I keep getting messages from Steam.
I've been playing with it. I kind of hate it.
What? I don't know how to play with it at all. I just have these trading cards. Like, what do I do with these?
You're supposed to trade them with your friends to unlock badges so you can customize your profile. But it's like, there's a reason I don't like Facebook games, and it's that kind of crap. I don't want to harass my friends. Like,
Now, here's something neat, though. They have a marketplace where you can take, like, for instance, once in a while, a foil card will drop. And you'll get that
Like
in
a
your
holographic
inventory.
Charizard?
Yeah, and people are going nuts over these things,
Oh
and
my
you can
God.
sell them on the marketplace. There's cards going for $20.
Oh my God! Come on,
I'm
people.
are you
serious.
serious? No.
I'm not lying.
No,
Why?
Lido,
You don't get
Yes.
anything from it.
Lido, no.
Yes.
Come on, man.
Yes.
Are you-
Yes.
Oh my.
You do get things.
How do
Why?
you find that?
Think about this. Okay, you fill up, you get all your cards, you've traded. Now, I'm not sure, like, if I have such and such card, and my friend doesn't have that card, and I trade it to him, does that mean that it leaves my inventory and goes into theirs?
Yes.
Okay, so how am I going to collect all the cards? How does that work?
Maybe like if you use it to unlock a badge, you still have all the cards, and he could just trade
You can
them
get
all back
doubles.
to you.
Oh, after you got the badge? But
I
then
don't
you
know.
Can't
I
craft.
I haven't completed a set yet.
Yeah, because you only get half of the cards in a set.
That's the max you can get to.
And then the rest you have to trade or buy off the marketplace, which just doesn't
People
make sense to me because
should not
if
spend money
you
on
trade,
this.
if you're getting half, is it a possibility that you might get the same card twice?
I think so.
That be a
I can't confirm it right now, but I think so because I was playing Left 4 Dead and I saw two that look kind of the same. I was getting them just playing games, and I thought that's all it was. I thought you get these cards, maybe you can trade them, and I don't know what happens when you trade them because your friend didn't earn the card, you did, so that's like giving away an achievement to someone to get a different achievement you didn't earn. So I was looking at it all wrong. It sounds like they're just trying to make a separate game within Steam itself.
Yeah.
right.
And no one should spend real money on this. They should, maybe you rack up points over time and then you buy, with points, you buy the little cards. Steam has enough money.
Yeah, no,
Why
this
do they need
money
this?
that goes in your wallet? You
Yeah.
can use it towards games.
Yeah, you could be spending $20 on an actual game rather than this stupid holographic foil card.
Yeah, but
if you do
Steam gets
complete a
less
set,
revenue for
Yeah,
that
but-
$20 in the foil card than they would a game.
you also, when you complete it, there are rewards, and some of the rewards are like up to 50% off of a current game that nobody else can get unless you get those achievements.
It's only worth it if
And-
they're all like that, though.
Yeah, they've added more games since. I mean, just last month, I think they only had 6 games. Now they got like, more 10, 15 or so.
Yeah,
now.
they slowly keep trickling adding more games to the queue or the list of games you can collect for. Like, there's Borderlands 2 now, and I've got all 3 of the cards I can ever get.
Yeah.
So you can get
So I
free
don't-
Borderlands 2 or half-price Borderlands 2 or something?
No, I have all my 3 cards. Well, no, because like every game you buy, you like for Borderlands 2, there's 6 total cards to collect. The max you can get for owning the game, like dropping from the game, is 3. So I have to contact a friend or go on the marketplace to finish the set. There's nothing I can do otherwise.
So they're trying to make it a social experiment thing.
Yeah, it is a social Facebook game.
Now I didn't get the beta badge, which I don't understand why, because I entered when it was beta, and you guys got it, and it really upset me. So I don't know. I might hide in the closet for a while.
I need that.
Cried like, I was there at beta. Contact them, because surely they have like a record of when you entered.
Yeah.
I don't see why we need that though. Like, why do we need this community thing?
Bragging rights, EP.
Video games build the community. So when someone invites me to play Left 4 Dead, that's a friend inviting me to play a game. I don't want people pestering me to trade them stupid cards.
Yeah, but don't you want that special Team Fortress hat?
I don't want the special Team Fortress hat. I don't like Team Fortress.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's going to be, a half and half thing. I haven't really, I haven't gotten any of them yet, so I don't know what the deal is. But I don't know. I'm willing to give it a chance. I spent like an hour doing my, going through trying to get my, what is it? Prosperity? No. Where you have to get 14 of the 26 badges. So, like, one of them was, you had to
in a certain game
vote on green light once.
Yeah.
Oh.
I spent an hour doing that.
I spent an hour doing that, so I can get, and I'm level 5. So I don't know. It's kind of interesting.
It sounds overcomplicated.
It encourages you.
Arbitrarily level 5.
I just want to get a foil card and sell it on the marketplace.
Well, I don't blame you. I mean, if people are silly enough to pay $20-$30 for that, like, I would sell it.
I know. It's ridiculous. Honestly, I don't know why people do that.
Because they need the bragging rights.
And it is collectible. I mean, because it's something that,
I don't feel like it's collectible. It's not real. It's not tangible.
Yeah, there's nothing to collect. You're collecting something that they just thought
digital.
up. And digital, yeah. That's the thing. If they're making money off of this, they're screwing you guys because they've made something, like a little thing. There's not much talent involved in making this. They came up with an idea, and now they're marketing nothing. They're selling you nothing. I mean, people joke that
the greatest con ever.
When people joke when you pay for radio advertising, you're paying for air, because you're selling airtime, but you're getting something out of that. You pay to have your ad out there. People come to your store. You pay to have this stupid card. No one's going to look at your profile. I don't look at anyone's Steam profile unless I want to see their wish list if it's their birthday or something. And you're spending money on just nothing. Like, just nothing. This card isn't rare. It's rare because the code randomly generates sometimes. I mean, it's not rare because they made 6 of them and threw them out there. And it's a physical item you can hold in your hand and then sell on eBay,
Well, it's like that with World of Warcraft when people get those rare pets or those rare mounts.
But you're not supposed to sell those for real money. Steam is hooked to your credit card, and so they encourage you to spend real money. World of Warcraft would be mad if you used real money to buy those.
But you can trade them too. I mean, you don't have to sell them, but yeah, it is a ploy to get the community. They're trying to draw the community together to be able to do more stuff on Steam, like communicating, using the chat, using the forums more, and this is their way of doing it, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, because if you're on there using the community, you're more likely to be spending money.
Yeah, I'm sure that was an argument.
And you'll be more attached to your Steam account.
And how many times have somebody told me, you got to get that game so we can play. What's wrong with you? Get the game. So it's stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that gets your friends to buy a game that you have so that you guys can play together or whatever. I guess.
I would hate to see Steam make a few bad decisions and lose its respect of the gaming community because right now they're on top.
Well, it's
markets.
optional. Nobody has to do this.
So far,
you get the cards. You can give them away if you want. It doesn't matter. So it's just something they just added that you don't have to participate in.
Well, I feel like
still just play your games, whatever.
I feel like Greenlight has upset quite a few people. I know I'm kind of upset about it, only because I know some really great games out there that deserve to have a place on the Steam Marketplace. And you look at somewhere like iTunes, for example. If you are an app developer for iTunes, you can put your app on there, and it hardly even gets looked at. I think anyone who can make an app can get it on iTunes, and it goes up for download, and you can even charge money for it. No?
No.
I've seen scam
because
apps
it
on
has
there.
to get approved by Apple, and if they have a lot of apps that are very similar in the same category, they will deny your app.
However, Android, you can do it.
Yeah, Android, you can do it. They do not care. Flood the market.
Okay. So maybe Android's a better example of this. All I'm saying is there's no rigorous process. To get your game green-lighted on Steam, though, you need so many flippin' votes for that game, and you've got to bust your tail getting people to vote for your game. And there's so many deserving titles out there, and then I see some of the titles that get through greenlight, and I'm scratching my head like, why isn't this other game on Steam right now? Steam is an indie game marketplace. Why can't Why can't they just filter out the junk and take good games?
What's your theory?
My theory is this: that these greenlight games have a website, and they offer things to people who vote on Steam. Like, hey, we'll give you, a free beta key if you,
That just loses money for
vote
them.
For us.
I mean, they're going to lose money if they have to give away parts of their game to people to get a vote.
It's like paying for advertisement, though, if you think about it, because once they get on Steam, boom, they're going to get all kinds of that,
Maybe, but they're giving away part of. If that's the case, they're giving away their product. I mean, advertising doesn't. If I want to advertise my ice cream shop, I'll give someone a sample of my ice cream. I'm not going to give them a membership card to come in whenever they want and get free ice cream.
Yeah,
and that's,
maybe they get a code for a free item or something in game.
That would be more ideal.
I do like the idea that there are now 3 buttons. There's a yes button, there's a no thanks button, and then there's the one that says ask me later. Because before there was only a yes or no.
Indecisive.
Or actually, there was just a yes button. I think there was only one button, right?
No,
for voting.
I think they always had the no button.
I saw a yes and no button. I don't know why people would say no, though. That is kind of a good point. You have to really...
because the question is...
all right, technical difficulties. So, yes, what you were just saying was the games are... the question is what you were saying. That's where it cut out.
Would you buy it?
Would you buy it?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. That's a good point. I didn't really think of that because I just thought, would you buy the... No, I thought it said, should we put this game on Steam? And I'm thinking, why is that my business? Put it on Steam. I don't care. Why am I voting on it? So I would just not vote. But I think it's, really rude for people to go out of their way and hit the no button on that.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah.
That was kind of my problem with it because there's some really deserving games that should be voted through. It's like, oh, that's not even close to its goal. That sucks.
Well, maybe you should read the font and, the wording, and you would know that it's you're not.
What does the font?
Would you buy it or not? I'm brain farting about it, but if you read the text, it says, would you buy it? And maybe there's just not enough interest, even though it's a good game. They're just people are just I don't know about that.
Yeah. Well, before we get to the end of the show here, there is something we need to talk about. Very, very important in our community. No?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody?
No.
Nobody knows? Minecraft 1.6 came out today.
That's right.
Yes, finally! And donkeys.
Horses, donkeys, and mules, my friends.
Oh, my.
We can ride up into the sunset on our asses.
To the fireworks show for the 4th of July.
Exactly.
Well, I know that this is actually something that I think everybody was waiting for, because there was snapshot after snapshot when the horses came out, and there was too many snapshots from when they came out with the horses till the actual release. And so everybody's kind of anticipating this. Oh, it's got to come out because a lot of people don't want to fool around with snapshots. But it was actually easy with the launcher, though. I don't know.
That's good. But, it's good to hear that they fixed the launcher.
Yeah, I just got to figure out how to do modding. It's going to be a little bit different.
The texture packs and the resource packs are what people are excited about, but also kind of upset because they have to do a lot of different things now. But the texture packs are finally including, and that's why they're calling resource packs, sounds as well. So you can make pretty much Minecraft's look and sound the way you want it to now, which is something that's really cool. Because you could always change the sounds of Minecraft, but it wasn't exactly accessible. And now it's in there. That's a big deal. So I'm excited about that.
I can't wait to download sound packs.
I said something in one of my Minecraft videos, kind of gauging what people thought about this, because I thought of something that might really screw things up. What if your favorite texture pack decides to go make a resource pack and make sounds that totally ruin the experience for you?
Well, hopefully they would bundle it in such a way that if you only want the visuals, you can get the visuals, or visuals and sound.
Two separate downloads might cover that. One for just the texture pack and one for the whole resource pack.
Or just like a sound pack too.
Well, from what I understand is the resource packs are folders. You don't throw a zip file in there like you used to. So if the resources are like the sound files and all that stuff, you throw those in that folder. You can remove those sound files, and it won't affect your game at all.
You could, I suppose. No one wants to do that, though. I feel like this is going to offer a slew of negative hatred towards their favorite texture pack creators and be like, look, I used to love your texture pack, and I still do, but these sounds have got to go. They're terrible. And
I don't think you'll see a lot of sound packs, though, because I just feel like the bar for accessibility for good sound effecting is a little higher than actually just making a texture pack.
Really? I think sound is a lot easier to do than art. I mean, just for me, I know that I could make my own set of Minecraft sound effects way easier than I could make a texture pack.
Yeah.
Because I just know sound.
I guess that would be.
But most people don't have a good microphone or any idea what to do with sound editing.
Well, that's why we're going to get a slew of really crappy ones.
Well, that's why we already have a slew of really crappy texture packs, too.
Yeah. Those don't really make it that far. I'm just saying that what if your favorite texture pack that is big screws it up?
By doing like a halvesy buddy
like you
sound pack.
Take something serious like the Faithful texture pack, and let's say they decide to troll people. I mean, when you walk on the grass, it goes crunch, 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 like a person saying the words.
I think I kind of would like that, like for the novelty.
I'd like that for a minute,
a little while. Yeah, like for about 15 minutes. That'd be hilarious.
When the door opens,
okay, I can't play like this.
You gotta check out the Derpy Squid mod. you gotta check out the Derpy Squid mod.
Derpy Squid mod.
Because he's got a mob in there that has Sky Does Minecraft doing the sounds, and he's actually that is the mob. It's Sky Does Minecraft mob, and when you first spawn him, he says, "Oh, you think you can take me on?" You know, and then every time you hit him, "Ow! Why are you hitting me? What are you doing?" You know, it's pretty funny. But
crunch,
yeah,
crunch,
I could
crunch.
see fun stuff like that happening now.
Oh, the sheep and cows, moo, moo.
Yeah, somebody actually did that. Yes. The launcher though, that is something that's pretty neat to be able to make a profile and I guess right now the way you make mods, I'm sure there's a better way, but nobody's kind of figured it out yet. You modify your Minecraft.jar file, you put it in a folder, you know, you make a bunch of folders or whatever, and then you just make a profile in the launcher to it, and you name it the mod.
Mm-hmm.
And then that seems to work, and then you can just go back to what you went to before. So I think that way it's easier.
Yeah.
But I'm still waiting for this modding API that's supposed to be incredible, and I'm hoping the resource packs isn't it.
No, they said that the resource packs combined with that launcher are 2 huge steps to the Minecraft modding API.
Okay, got it.
And I bet you 1.7 is going to be that update, or they're close. I'm thinking, here's the way I envision them doing it if they want to keep with, I don't know, if they want to make a Minecraft 2, per se, they're going to update Minecraft up until they get to 2.0. 2.0 is when they're going to send Minecraft off to the players. This is just me, I don't know, brainstorming for them.
Yeah.
I don't think this is actually going to happen, but in my mind, Jeb did an interview not long ago where he said once we get to the point where we make the modding API, that's when Minecraft is going to be turned over to the players a little bit more, and I'm going to take more of a back seat in and just maintain what's there, because it'll be so much easier for them to mod the game, and mods will be so much more accessible, that it's going to change the experience, and nothing I do will be better than those mods.
Yeah,
so why should I
there
keep
will be no
updating
reason
them?
to add content to it.
Yeah, give them a good base game to work with, and then set it free. That's kind of the mentality he's going to take. So I'm thinking that would be perfect for like Minecraft 2.0. It's yours now. Here you go.
Yeah.
Right.
And we'll update it. If something comes along and we decide we're going to add to it, but you're not going to see these monthly updates anymore. We're going to work on other projects. And I just think that'd be a good way to do it. But you don't have to wait till 2.0. I mean, it'd be cool to call it 2.0. That's my only thing. But I think 1.7, 1.8, that's when we're going to start to see like the modding API, and we're going to probably see some kind of blog or announcement with Jeb saying, all right, I'm kind of we're running out of ideas to add to the base game here. There's only so much we can do before modding takes over and outruns us like by a mile. So,
and then they'll work on some other game.
Yeah, they'll be working
Something
on a new
new.
project, something new, and I don't think whatever they do is never going to be as big as Minecraft. Ever.
I don't think they can relive that
And
dream.
I think they know
if
that.
they did, they're batting 1,000.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah. It'd have to be something. Whatever happened. Well, that's another subject, I guess. I was
Well,
gonna say whatever happened to OX10C. I
he's
haven't
working
heard
on it,
anything more
but
on it.
I heard that he's doing his notch thing where he takes a break because he hit a creative roadblock, and now he even said like, this happens to me when I'm developing. I just get into it and then I kind of fall short because of whatever. So I think he's just taking a break. I bet it'll
Did
come
I even
out.
say that right? OX10C. What is it?
I know what you were talking about.
10CX.
I remember seeing like his pictures he'd post of it, and
Yeah.
But we do need to get wrapping up. Before we go, though, real quick, let's all talk about what we've been playing. I think that would be cool. Starting with Jemmy, what games have you been playing, or maybe even watching on YouTube?
Borderlands 2, and on the weekends I've been playing the Final Fantasy XIV beta. That game has made leaps and bounds and is just ridiculously fun and shiny right now.
Fun and shiny is always good.
No, like you feel like a badass when you play that game. And then like the character customization is just over the top. You're an individual in every aspect. It's so awesome.
I see. Yeah, I'm no, see, I don't play those games, so I was going to relate to you, and I'm like, wait, no, I don't play those.
You got nothing.
I got nothing. What has Lito been playing?
Well, for me, it's been like I've been going MMO crazy.
Yeah.
And I've been playing Dragon's Prophet.
Yeah.
I just installed Neverwinter, so I've been messing around with that a little bit. It's an older game. The graphics kind of look like it's a streamed video that I'm in. It's weird. I can't explain it. It almost looks like a streamed video. It's bizarre. And then Rift, of course, is now free to play. So I've been going crazy with that, and that's a lot of fun. And to be honest, there isn't anything that is pay to win. So it's perfect. And then there's Terra Online, which the reason why I downloaded that was because it's similar to the combat is similar to Dragon's Prophet. So those have been the games I've been playing. MMOs.
Cool.
And Marvel Heroes.
Nice. Jerk. I've been playing Animal Crossing, like I said, and Mario Kart 7 on my 3DS. And, of course, as always, Minecraft. So, we'd like to thank you for listening to the Everything New podcast. And that's about it. That wraps up our show.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
I only have one thing to say.
It's the tits.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see you all later. Have a good night.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Everything Noob podcast. Be sure to visit everythingnoob.com for previous episodes, show notes, host bios, and blogs. And while you're there, feel free to write us with any questions, comments, or suggestions you may have. Don't forget to check out the links to our Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch TV channel as well. On behalf of the Noobs, see you next week, and happy gaming.